Hi everybody, this is Angelic Ray coming to you at Angelic Soul 11, and I kind of wanted to do like a semi part 2 to the ascension symptoms video. And before I get into all the details, I kind of wanted to touch on like the peacocks and why I was so excited that they came out. And so for those of you that are not really familiar with the spiritual correlation of peacocks, I will say just meditate on how a peacock looks, the colors, and what you think it all symbolizes. Before you look online, right? Like, go and ask yourself these questions, like, what does a peacock make you feel like? In the last video, I was talking about it being a bird of like resurrection and like the phoenix rising, right? And so that just reminds me of the chakra system and all of that. And it was a perfect divine timing for them to present themselves when we were talking about ascension symptoms, right? Because now we're going to go into the part 2 of ascension symptoms, but also how do you take those ascensions and integrate it with the new you? What does it mean? That's kind of what this video is about. It's going to be a short video, and if you do have any feedback on the video, please leave that down in the comments below. I love hearing from you all. I am a bit more active on Instagram than I am on here, but I am doing my best to put out more videos for you all on YouTube. So going into it, when you are going through your ascension, your cells, your organ, your inner body is shifting. It's changing, right? And as the saying goes, as in heaven, so it is on earth. As above, so below. As within, so without. So what happens is everything is changing internally. So your outer world begins to change as well. Your perception, your consciousness has shifted. It has changed. So colors may be more vibrant. Your thinking patterns may, shift. You may be more focused, more observant, more talkative, less talkative. And it can be a series of many different things. Your sound of your voice may shift to more sharper or more sweeter, softer, louder, lower. It can be different things. It's different for everyone, just like the ascension symptoms is different for everyone. And so how do you take that and use it in a practical way and integrate it with your current life? You allow the process to happen. Try not to overthink so much of it. I know for me personally, I can have a tendency of overthinking sometimes. Where I'm just like, oh, well, my eyes, the colors and the sharpness and the angles, and this is starting to happen way more now, and that's all beautiful and it's great, and embrace it. But you also want to allow yourself to have a fresher experience with it and not compare it to what you already know and what has already happened, because it is a new beginning. Sometimes the ascension symptoms even looks like people leaving your life, because newer people are going to come into your life. And so the integration is allow the process of grieving to happen, the detachment to happen, so that those doors that are now open, you can walk through, and those people that are supposed to come in and the gifts that are supposed to come in, you come in and you allow. And it's like being a baby again. It's like going, from one lifestyle to another lifestyle, and being able to learn all over again. It's a new level. It's a new level of consciousness. It's an expansion of self. It's an elevation of self. And so it's like, even though the phoenix knows that it's going to fly, it knows how to fly up, the peacocks know how to fly. When it's a new level, they have to first watch and see, okay, I'm gonna fly, and I have to trust that my wings are gonna flap as hard and as strong as I allow myself the patience and the time to fly in this new realm to get to where it is that I need to go, because I knew how long it took me from go to A to B, but now from C to D, it may not be the same distance. It may not be the same way, even if the path kind of looks the same. Things are going to change. It's like you could be working at a job and you may have been an employee there for like 5 years, but all of a sudden you get a promotion. And while you may know all the systems and the co-workers and this and that, you don't know it in the level of perception of being like a manager, let's just say, from being a regular full-timer, part-timer person. And so now it's a new level of training. It's a new level. So you have to go in with a fresh mentality, because the perception is changing and things are also going to test you to see, well, are you going to allow the growth to happen? And these are all beautiful, and you allow that to get integrated as you're learning. You say, oh, well, okay, I knew that, I didn't know that, and now I get to allow what I do know to work with me. And even if, let's say, something was working for you before and you knew it, but it's no longer working for you, then you let it go. And it's the integration process, and why it could work for you is in your decisions and your choices and your free will. The energy is going to flow. It's going to help you and assist you throughout your journey, whether it's for the ascension or not. The choice of how you move with the energy is your choice. So that's kind of one of the main things I wanted to say, because a lot of the times, we just feel like, we're going through these ascensions, and it can sometimes feel depressing for some people. And if that's the case, how you can work through it is take your baths, take a shower, and allow for yourself to start talking to the water, to the elements, and like you would be talking to God, or talking to yourself, or talking to your best friend, or call a friend, someone that you really trust, or get to know new people. And that's a major thing also during the integration process, is allow yourself the opportunity and the space to get to know people on the same conscious vibration. Even if you feel like you may not have any opportunity to actually have a one-on-one talk with them, but you found that they have a YouTube channel or an Instagram channel, follow them. And you never know, send them an email or talk to the person. Like if you're in a public place, and I'm sorry, I am outside, so I'm trying my best not to be so distracted as I am recording this. So you may see me looking around, because sometimes noises can happen. And I'm totally free flowing this video. So yeah, you can be like at a park or at a supermarket, and you may find somebody wearing something that maybe never really caught your attention before, but for whatever reason it's pulling you now. Go up to them and ask them questions. Do something different. That is part of the integration process. And yes, it doesn't look all hocus pocus and this and that, but that's part of the journey. It's very practical as well. And asking questions doesn't hurt. They might have an opinion about your question or whatever, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have the strength and the courage to go on with the action of your will and ask the question, right? Without any fear of looking stupid or anything like that, without having that lower vibration mindset, overpowering what it is that you really want to do. Right? So that's part of the growth and the journey, and allowing and choosing the higher vibrations of consciousness to serve you for your highest and greatest good during your ascension is where the true integration happens, and allowing it all. And sometimes it is like, having to Put yourself in looking at things of your shadow, things that, you know, people may consider bad, and why is it bad, like reevaluating these things and getting to know it on a deeper level, getting to know your fears, looking at them in the mirror, looking at them in the face, and really challenging yourself is part of the integration, the light and the dark. So yeah, sometimes it feels heavy, and that's okay. Saying, you know what, yeah, I'm having a hard day today. Being honest is part of that integration. So yes, some days are going to be tougher than others, but as long as you're being honest with yourself, then you're in alignment. When you start to lie to yourself, you're creating a disbalance, imbalance, disharmony with yourself. And so you want to do what is best and greatest for you, regardless of how that looks like to others. So that is what this video is about. Hopefully it helps someone, and I hope to see you again. Peace.